Hello everyone and welcome to this, another edition of a late night screen review. This week we're talking about Alien Romulus.
Run.
So, Alien Romulus tells the story of a bunch of young, sort of spacefaring kind of youngsters, essentially, who are trying to get off-world for a better life because they live on a kind of colony that's all about mining and loads of people are dying and the living conditions are terrible, so they want to get off-world and they find a way off on a shuttlecraft and they rendezvous with an abandoned, or what they think is an abandoned space station. And it turns out it's not so abandoned. And that's the story. Oh, cat. There's a cat. Not an alien. So, what did I think of the film? So, just to say up front, this is a very impromptu video. We've just come back from holiday and I kind of had to rush this out really quick. So, I apologise for the lighting and audio and stuff. It's not great, but we'll resume regular scheduling probably after tomorrow because we're still kind of resetting everything back at the house. So, but anyway, regardless. So yeah, rushed out last night to see Alien Romulus. Like I say, I was away, so I couldn't see it on opening night, which is a massive shame because I'm a huge Alien fan. So what is my initial reactions? Well, here's the thing. And there's going to be minor spoilers ahead, just to say. I'm not going to ruin the big things, but I would probably refer to a couple of little bits and pieces of the plot and things like that. So if you don't want to see that, kind of skip ahead. But yeah, here's the thing. So Alien Romulus then is essentially, if you take Aliens, Prometheus and Alien Isolation, the computer game, and mush them all together, this is the film you get. And I mean that in both a positive and a negative way. So for me, the positives first. Like, I've seen a lot of hype about this movie. I've seen a few reviews. I couldn't help myself on this one because, as I say, I'm a huge Alien fan. And people were going absolutely crazy about this movie. Now, I've got to say, I think people need to step back slightly and kind of go, take a breath. It's not that great. Now, I enjoyed this movie. I like Alien Romulus. It's a good flick. It's fine. But it's not much more than that, in my opinion. And as I say, it's a two-sided coin. So as I say, if it sounds like a great idea to you to have those four things smushed together, Alien, Aliens, Prometheus, and Alien Isolation, if you want to see a film where a director takes all those concepts and smushes them into one movie, then you're going to have an absolute blast with this movie. The caveat to that is that the film doesn't do any more than that. So if you've played that game and watched those three films, you've seen this movie. You've already seen it. It does nothing special. It doesn't push anything. It doesn't throw anything different, interesting, particularly. It basically does what it says on the tin. And for me, as a modern cinema goer, I guess being slightly cynical, it's not really good enough for me. I kind of want a bit more. But I'll go a bit further. So, yeah, like some of the positives, like the film looks amazing, the score is incredible, it sounds brilliant, you really feel like you're in the world of Alien, the original Alien, because this film takes place between Alien and Aliens. And you feel that that's the case, which is brilliant. You know, the setting works, the lighting's fine, or if not a little bit too dark in places. There's some scenes you don't see a lot of the alien and creatures and things, and you're kind of like, what's going on? I'm not quite sure. You know, the acting's brilliant, the set design, etc., etc. The aliens themselves, fantastic, brilliant. You know, there's visuals that look straight out of Alien. There's references, there's slight nods and references to Aliens, Prometheus, Alien Isolation. It tries to wrap all of those films into one kind of narrative, and it does it in very kind of slight and subtle ways, which I thought was really impressive. So, again, tick, fantastic stuff. But here's the thing. In the last third of the movie, it doubles down on that concept, and that to me is where the film loses me, because it literally is the ending of this movie. And here's where the minor spoilers are coming in, folks, so if you don't want to know about the ending, kind of skip ahead. But here's the thing, it doubles down. So it literally does it kind of mushes together the ending to Alien, the ending to Aliens, and the ending to Prometheus. So if you've seen those three films, you know how they end. That's the ending of Romulus. And to me, it was just really disappointing because here's the thing, here's my statement. I either want a movie to be subtle, small, low key, you know, if it's just going to do, if it's one film in a series of a franchise, I want it to do something similar, low key, kind of keep it intimate, keep it kind of engaging and tight. You know, that's what I want. I either want that or I want it to be completely wild, crazy, off the wall, different, something we've never seen before. And this film plays it safe. It plays it so safe that, as I say, it literally just amalgamates endings to the 3 previous films that we've seen before. And obviously, I think for most fans out there, 3 of the better films, or most interesting films at the very least. I don't know. And to me, it really left me wanting at the end. I was really disappointed by the ending, but only the ending, because everything up until that was just minor references. As I say, it kind of mushes everything into one world, brings things from Alien, Aliens, a bit of Prometheus, a bit of Isolation, and kind of draws it all together quite nicely. The story, while isn't crazily interesting, is at least a little bit different. The group of people, they're not Marines, they're not deep miners in space, they're just some kids trying to get off world, and they get caught up in this like really awful thing because they land on this derelict. They don't realise what they've stumbled across until it's basically too late. And I like that. But everything else is essentially just paint by numbers Alien scenario. Think of any Alien game you've ever played, any book you've ever read about Alien or Aliens. It's just another one of those kind of stories. Nothing special, nothing different. This film isn't terrible, and it is probably one of the best sequels since, I don't know, Aliens. Even though I will say as a caveat that me personally, Alien 3, the extended edition, I actually find a lot in that that's quite interesting. But this is probably one of the better sequels that we've had in this franchise in a long, long time. But just because that's the case doesn't make this film amazing or brilliant. This film is good. It's entertaining. It gives you Easter eggs. It kind of, like I say, it merges some of the better films in the franchise together and homages them, etc., etc. But for me, personally, it just pushes it too far. And especially the ending, I was actually really disappointed, which surprises me because I've seen some reviewers say, wow, the ending, wow, didn't see that coming. I saw everything coming. There was no surprises in this film. And I actually thought the ending pushed things too far. So that's what disappointed me. So this isn't a high recommend, but it's not, don't go watch it. I think if you're an Alien fan, you're going to get a lot out of this movie. I think if you're just a general cinema goer, you're going to find it entertaining. What you're not going to be, though, is surprised. You're not going to see anything different. And you might find that, especially with the ending, it's going to kind of wear thin a little bit in terms of the references and kind of blatant rip-offs of previous incarnations in the series. But that's my review of Alien Romulus. A good film. I recommend it. I think you go out there and you'll enjoy it. It's just not the most amazing Alien film ever. Don't believe the hype. That's my kind of only warning. But other than that, great flick. So that's it from this week. Sorry it's a little bit impromptu, but we are going to get back to regular programming in the next couple of days and kind of get back onto schedules and things like that. So until then, guys, stay safe, stay scared, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.